Oh, look, I haven't changed the graphic. There we go. Today's title is What's the Secret to Marketing? Now, this is possibly like the big question, the holy grail, right? But I have, and this could be a very short session. However, I'd like to give you some value. So I have picked my sort of top three things that I think are important. And then I'm going to deliver my secret to marketing at the end. I'm just going to check that we are indeed live on the internet. And if you've got any specific questions, please feel free to ask live on air. Or if you're watching on catch up, you can drop me a line. I always get that wrong because it's reversed. Here's my WhatsApp number. Just send me your questions and I'll do my very, very best to answer them. So, yeah, I can see that we are indeed live to the world again on this, well, it's a sunny Tuesday in September. Right, what's the secret to marketing? Now, let me take a look at what I consider to be the top three best kept secrets, if you like, or the things that you need to be thinking about. The very first one, and you'll hear me bang on about this a lot across my sessions, the very first one is knowing your target market. So many people make the, I'm going to say, foolish mistake of saying, well, everybody's my target market, Miles. And look, I'm sure that everybody could and can buy your products and services. But that's really not going to help you when it comes to focusing your marketing efforts on hitting the right people. Because let's face it, unless you've got a multi-million billion-dollar budget, which the vast majority of people watching this are not going to have, then you need to be canny with how you spend your money. And you need to be spending your money in the right area for your key target market to see it. So, my first secret that I want to share with you, and it's no secret, right, is get to know who it is you're trying to appeal to. Now, if you're going to be belligerent and say, well, it's everybody, Miles, well, I would say to you, okay, well, take everybody and analyze them all and start to put them into separate buckets. And what you'll see is that there are more people from a certain demographic or either by gender or by socioeconomic makeup that start to come out to be the majority of the people that buy your products and services. And if that's the case, then those are the people that you need to target. Okay. So think about where they consume their media. All right. And what do I mean by this? Well, just think about social media in general, right? Are they active on Twitter? Are they, someone was trying to get hold of me. Are they active on Twitter? Are they active on Instagram? Or are they Facebook users? And again, you might say to me, but Miles, they use all of those. Well, okay. But if you haven't got enough time or money to be active on all of those channels, then pick the one that you think is most relevant to talking to those customers. Okay, so try and sort of chug it down and be as specific as you can. The other thing is, make sure that you're speaking their language, right? So I'll give you a simple example of this. When I deal with my key target market, which is people who have dirty hands, so engineers, industrial, manufacturing companies, construction companies, they don't want all of the marketing bullshit, right? The waffle. They want to just know the plain facts. So I talk to them very matter of fact about marketing and what it's all about. So make sure that you're sort of using the right sort of tone of voice. So there we go. There's the first little secret. Make sure that you're homed in on your target market. The second secret is and again, I've talked about this a lot, align your activity to your company goal and to your brand values. Now, these are things that don't take a lot of effort, but they need to be in the sort of peripheral vision, if you like, when you're creating anything to do with your business. So if you haven't got your company goal front and center, I suggest that you do. And if you're not thinking, does this activity fit with my brand values, then absolutely you need to make sure that you are thinking that way. You need to keep these messages front of mind when you're going about your marketing efforts. Stay true to your brand and its values, and make sure that everything you do is going to have a little chip away effect on your company goal. You know, the big litmus test, if you like, when you're sitting around your table deciding what activities to do is, will it affect the company goal? And if it won't, then don't waste your time doing it. Big secret. Is it a big secret? Well, I see a lot of companies not doing this. I see a lot of companies getting distracted, not necessarily on vanity projects, but sort of what's sort of front in mind. And they forget that really there is a company goal there that they need to stay on target with. The third thing that I want to talk to you about that is important and is forgotten a lot of the time is the analytics. All right. You need to have a way of looking at your activity and seeing what's working. So, you know, you've got to track your performance. You've got to stick your KPIs in there and refer to them after the activity. You know, what's working, what's not working, more to the point. Think about your email campaigns. Are you doing sort of A/B testing? With your promotional campaigns, are you doing A/B testing? A/B testing, for those that don't know, is, you know, sending 2 offers out and early in the campaign seeing which one's getting more traction and then switching up the majority of the communication to the one that works the best. Use Google Analytics 4. That's up and running now. If you haven't ported over with your website, make sure you speak to your web developer and get that live. And, you know, be specific with codes and discounts. Make sure you're tracking which ones are being redeemed so that you can keep selling your bestsellers. Now, this is what you've been waiting 8 minutes and 5 seconds to hear. What's the secret to marketing? And get your pen ready, because this is it. Consistency. Being consistent and showing up and pushing out your content is the secret that everyone needs to know and get on board with. Now, some of you may sort of be thinking, oh, I'm a bit deflated now, Miles. I was expecting some big secret. Well, look, you know, that you're never going to find a big, what's the word? A simple pill for you to swallow that will solve all of your marketing needs. But this is the one thing that the vast majority of people fall down on. They don't continue to be consistent with their marketing and with their messaging. They do it once and it doesn't work, or they do it a few times, or they show up and post a few times on social media. They don't see the traction coming through, so they stop. And I'm here to tell you that the secret to your marketing working is consistency. I can't even say it. Consistency, showing up and delivering your content time and time again. Because what you need to remember is not everybody is at the right time to make that buying decision right now, right? So what I've got to think of as a marketeer, marketing my own business, is I put my content out there, and you never know when somebody is going to be ready. But hopefully, to the people within my sphere, when they are ready to consider doing some marketing, they think about me, because I turn up every Tuesday at 12:30 and deliver a little bit of marketing content via my bite-sized webinar, right? So Create a content plan. Make it, make it easy for yourself. Keep selling your best sellers. One of the things that I see a lot of companies do is say, oh, we've got a lot of this stock. Let's push this because it's not selling. Well, you just answered your own question. It's not selling. My reply to that is, what is selling? Because that's what we should be pushing. All right. Keep selling your best sellers. Keep plugging away. It is definitely a marathon, not a sprint. The vast majority of the marketing that you do will have an effect in 6 months, 8 months, a year down the line. I've had people come to me over a year after we first made contact saying, Miles, we are now ready. We now have the budget. So please don't think that marketing is an instantaneous thing. Yes, I know that you can place a Facebook ad or an Instagram ad or a Google ad and someone might click on it and someone might make a purchase there and then. But the vast majority, and certainly in a business to business context, the vast majority of purchases are made after they've had multiple touch points with you. I think we've spoken about this before. It's up in the high teens now, the amount of times people need to interact with your brand before they'll actually make a purchase. So there we go. There's the secret to marketing: being consistent. So the top 3 are: make sure you've nailed your target market so you know exactly who you're appealing to. Remember your company goals, keep them in the fore, and also, is the activity you're doing having the right image projected on your company versus your values? And make sure you analyze the results. It's the boring part, but honestly, you follow what works and things will work more often for you. And lastly, and most importantly, what's the secret to marketing? It's consistency. Okay, so I hope you found that useful. There's no questions live for us today, but like I say, if you have, I keep doing it the wrong way around. If you have got any questions that come up when you watch us on Catch Up, then please just send me a direct message, or you can send me a WhatsApp. There we go. There's yet another, quite a sort of a short, punchy one this week, but the secret to marketing is consistency. And until next time, ta-ta for now.